I listened to that Barbados, I think it's Barbados, president, female. Oh my goodness. That speech, she laid it all out, bro. That was such an impressive speech, man. It was just ridiculous. I mean, she put it out on the table, man. She said, "Hey, y'all come to our country. You come to these countries, and you leave deserts." I mean, and she told the NATO they got to step it up. So what? 3 countries left. We still got 193. They said Sudan needs 200 million, and Gaza needs 66 million. I mean, she laid it out, man. She sounded like Barbara Jordan. Impressive, bro. I'm
When
telling
did
you,
she speak?
I don't
When
know,
did she
I
speak?
don't know exactly where the world is going, man. Because America is such a powerful nation, and we got our tentacles everywhere, financially and physically, and diplomatically. So, and let the truth be told, religiously. And I don't know, man. It just seems like the enemies. Some people don't even know who their enemies are, bro.
Hard to tell nowadays.
Yeah, they don't even know. They don't know who their enemies are. They're telling you right in front of your face who your enemies are. And in this country, I don't know. Everything is based on we collect $5 trillion a year in taxes for the federal government, but we do another a trillion, I should say, $5 trillion in taxes, but we collect at least anywhere to 3 to 6 trillion from the states. Sales tax, property tax, all that kind of stuff. So the thing is that this man, and I got this from a pretty good source, and you probably already know this. What they're gonna do is they're gonna pick and choose who they're gonna send money to, who needs SNAP, Section 8, and mostly it's gonna be those red states. He's gonna be sending that money to for those people. They have got such a system now. They know how to starve out people and how to eliminate people. So we'll see.
Well, I guess the good part about it is that we are, there's what, 12, maybe 13 more months before it could change. But in the last almost 10 months and everything, they really destroyed a whole lot of stuff. So I guess in another 13, if we give them 13 more months, we can be terrible shape. But like you said, it's a huge country here, and we've been in existence for a long time. There have been allegiance that has been bonded and everything, and it's with anyone if you. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. When you've been on the titty for this long, it's hard to get off that titty. Hard to let it go. And a lot of countries have been on our titty, and hard to wean off of it. But eventually, they're going to wean themselves off. And at that point in time, we're going to have one hell of a time trying to keep up and to try to continue our dominance and stuff out there in this world. At what point in time that's going to happen, I don't know. But if we can continue down this same path that we are going, it is going to happen. We're seeing countries and stuff now, everything divesting themselves and stuff from us. We're seeing Canada divesting themselves in front of us. We're seeing Mexico divest themselves in front of us. We are seeing Brazil divest themselves in front of us. We're seeing other countries and stuff divest themselves.
Canada, India,
They're slowly but surely divesting themselves, but they are,
Poland.
but they, but they still, as because we are the United States, the biggest economy and stuff in the world, it's hard to completely divest them, also that those countries to divest themselves from us. So if we can turn these things around, then we can salvage damage and stuff that has been done. But if we continue along this path and stuff that we're going, it's going to be hard to do. Uh, Next Wednesday and stuff is what, October the 1st, isn't it? They're going to, the way it's going now, it looks like the country's going to be going into a shutdown. When that happens, uh, it's going to be devastating for a whole lot of people here. Devastating. Already we in bad shape, but it's going to be devastating and stuff for them because a whole lot of people are going to start getting payments. They're going to start getting a whole lot of things, and it's not going to be hard to keep on going. And I'm pretty sure that Trump and his cohorts and stuff and everything is looking to capitalize and stuff on this shutdown. How it's going to happen, I don't know. Are we ready for it? Are the Democrats ready for it? I don't know.
What they gonna do? They ain't got no money. They can't control it. You know, one
Well,
thing they can do is set up the budget.
Well, they can't continue to keep the country shut down because they can't make payments and stuff and everything to where they need to make those payments to. And trust me, Ted, if they miss a payment and stuff and everything for their debt, it is going to be devastating. Trump can only do so much. He has to depend on other folks to sit out there and do it. And if these people are not there or in place to do what he needs to get done, it's going to be devastating.
Well,
And he's talking about firing everybody. If we ever going to fire everybody, that's going to be hard for him to do because some of those people who are in essential jobs and everything, they have to be there. Some of them are, like Department of Homeland Security. They're going to be continue to work, but they're not going to be getting paid. Nobody's there to pay them. Social Security people and stuff, they are automatic payment. It's automatic. Somebody will push a button and bam, they get their damn checks. Everybody else is.
well, let's think about this. Let's break this down. Think about this. This man is using his money any kind of way he wants to,
Mm-hmm.
and he has cut a whole lot of funds out of Medicaid and potentially messing up Medicare.
Yep, he's messed with Medicare also, and he's continued to mess with it. I've seen some difference and stuff in our Medicare program, and
So,
it's going to get worse next year.
so the point is that the whole thing is this is it. I'm just gonna throw this out right quick. Gates just the ex-wife of Gates. I don't know her first name. Can't remember her first name. Melissa or something like that. She just doled out $70 million, and a lot of that money is supposed to be going to HBCU. However, that's pennies, nickels, and dimes.
It is. No money.
But here's the thing: is that it's almost like the billionaires have decided they're going to run this country.
Hard for them to do that.
Well, that's what they decided. They're trying to do. Okay, and you don't buy CBS
It's
and
hard for
then
them
turn
to do
around
that.
and have a whole, I don't know what percentage of TikTok you're going to have. And, that's one deal. And then you got these other big conglomerate TV stations that are all conservative. You got Fox News. Then you got all these radio stations, and they
Look,
spreading.
look at what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. Sinclair and the other company and stuff to say, we're not going to run this damn show no damn more. All of it, ABC affiliates, we're not going to run them damn things no more. Yesterday, what did they do? Put him back on.
Yeah, and they showed a rerun of his first when he first came back.
Well, they put him back on. They put him back on. Why did they put him back on?
Because people started hollering and screaming.
People start hollering and screaming. They start hollering and screaming, and they cut into their damn money, into their profits. They cut into their advertising dollars. You start doing that, money talks and bullshit walks. That's what they did. Even conservatives and stuff had to stand up and say, we can't afford this. They did ABC that way, and ABC quickly capitulated and put Jimmy back on with no restrictions. Some people almost destroyed them.
But
The people power can do it, Ted. The power of the people can do whatever they want to do.
there's too many of them who was putting that garbage out there, and too many of those people voted for that man, and the other people, it's almost like they don't give a shit. They don't care.
They
Our
will,
people
Ted.
just
You have to
don't care.
you have to force them to care. When ABC decided that they want to throw Kimmel's ass off of that daggone ABC channel, they didn't think that what was going to happen was going to happen. We can do it because this is our damn network. But
Well,
they
give me
found out it
something
wasn't.
else where you can raise up the people like they raised up for Kimmel's show. Give me something else.
The people out there, and we spoke about this before, people can change anybody's idea. You get enough people out there to decide that they want this to change, they can change it.
Well, I remember when George Floyd.
Imagine. Let's throw this out. Imagine this. If every trucker decided that they wanted to shut down their damn trucks for 24 hours in the entire country, what do you think going to happen?
Why would they do that?
Make a statement.
What kind of statement would they be making?
You're making a statement. We want to change what's going on. We want some more money. We want to end this damn tariff shit. You're going to end this tariff shit now. We're going to shut this motherfucking country down. So you end that tariff.
Yeah, well, okay, now
Shut it
that's a
down.
reason.
And suppose that, like they happened right before the election, what happened before the election? They had a longshoreman strike. They shut down these ports here in the United States, every last one of them. couldn't bring nothing and they couldn't unload a damn ship. What do you think gonna happen? In the tariffs. We ain't gonna unload shit into this country until you get them tariffs. That's
Well,
all I'm
if
saying.
you
That's all I'm saying. You have to be radical about stuff. So sometimes.
okay, those are the people that are in position to, you got your TV thing and all of that. You can make a telephone call. You got your trucks. But what about the everyday person, going to work every day? What would make them move? Because a lot of people don't even look at Jimmy Kimmel. He only get about
Oh
2
yeah,
million
yeah.
people
A
a
lot
day.
of people don't, but uh, most, most people in this country, Ted, and I didn't believe that having Jimmy Kimmel and stuff off and stuff. I'm blaming myself. Hell, shit, Jimmy, the people did you a favor. When they told you off the air, now you can go someplace else and stuff, make just as much money, and you're gonna be okay. Some people said, "Fuck this!" After they lost some $3 or $4 billion and stuff in sales or whatever and everything in less than a couple of weeks, they put his ass back on. Now, suppose that, like I just said, suppose everybody in this daggone country said, "This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna shut this place down." They got 3 or 4 of those law unions and stuff and everything said, "We're gonna shut this place down if you decide to end this crap."
Wait a minute now. You said we gonna shut this thing down. The government right now is thinking about shutting it down.
Well, that's because there's only one entity and stuff and everything because you still got private industry and stuff still going. That's why you're talking about the everyday people and stuff out there. Those other folks who going to work every day, taking care of all the other stuff and everything, they ain't shut down. You ain't talking about your police department or your fire department or none of uh, your utility workers and stuff out there who take care of the power lines and all this other stuff. You haven't said anything about them. They still going on. They still drawing a check. It's just the people who depend on the government, federal government, that's going to be hurt right now. Shut this place down.
So are you saying that those people, okay, our capacity of is up to 72% as far as the workforce? That's about 160 plus million people. So are
Shut
you
this place
saying that
down.
people shouldn't go to work?
Don't go to work. Don't do anything for 24 hours or 48 hours. It will be a disaster here in this country. Absolute disaster.
Make Congress and the Senate.
Absolutely. They're going to do something. They're going to do something to stop it.
Well, y'all heard it here, folks.
Shut it
You
down.
heard it here. Don't go to work for 48 hours,
48 hours,
72
tear
hours.
this country up. 48 hours of this whole country completely shut down. We have to
Call
destroy
in
this
sick.
country. Yep. 48 hours, that's all they need.
Just shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. They're gonna
Shut
shut
it
down.
down.
They're going, and then they're talking about, if they shut it down, those people that they're gonna lose their jobs.
They can shut it
Shut
down.
it down.
But when they shut it down, somebody gonna come out there and say, "What do you all want? You can't have this. You shut it down. These people can't fly. They can't do shit. They shut it down completely. Ain't a plane flying nowhere. Ain't a train moving nowhere. Ain't a bus moving nowhere.
Stores all closed.
Ain't a car moving nowhere."
Well, let's face it, we ain't gonna get 100%. You probably get about
Right. Well, you
you'll
all,
get some.
but if you get 60% of them, it's going to hurt because the rest of them going to have to do something because it's going to interrupt them. In some point in where in that 48 hour time span, it's going to affect those people also who said, "I ain't going to go along with this shit." Okay, don't get your ass down the road. Go down there and try to find the gas instead of go in your car because the pump is shut down. try to get down the highway, the interstate and everything to go back and forth to work and everything, you're gonna have to go around a whole lot of damn trucks and cars. You stuck. Okay, don't.
Because, you know, I mean, let's face it, man, these politicians is running this country. And these oligarchs.
So, take over. We're gonna this country, we the people gonna take over and stuff that because we don't like what the fuck going on here. First thing they want to do is stop that damn
Brokers
damn
and
shit.
stock marketers, you know, the ones that don't, you know, they ain't making no millions of dollars a year. They might just be making a couple $100,000 or
If that stock market
don't
goes
go to
down
work.
for 48 hours, it's going to kill them people up there on Wall Street.
Y'all heard it here first. 48 hours. Pick a day where nobody goes to work.
48 hours, the country goes dead stop.
Because right now, what's going on as far as what I'm listening to, I listened to his speech, Jeffrey's speech, and you know I feel for him, you know, and he don't have no power. Nobody want to negotiate. He's not going to allow this to happen to Medicaid and all of that. So I don't know how serious he is, you know, and
It really is not up to him. It really ain't up to him. Right at this point, it's not up to him. The House already passed their shit. The only people that can have control of that, they ain't Hakeem, is Chuck Schumer. Can he hold his folks together? It ain't up to him. It's up to Chuck Schumer. It's in his hand. He decide he get uh, five or six of his Democratic senators decide to go over there with the Republicans and stuff and everything. They ain't,
well, don't they have to pass for 60?
yeah, so I need 60 votes. They already got 52 to 53, so they need 7 Democrats to go over to them. They might get it. I heard some of them saying, fuck Schumer, we're going to do what we got to do. They might just go on over and do it. Capitulate, just like Schumer did in March when they had their budget they get ready to pass. Schumer said, fuck, we ain't going to do that. Elon Musk was sitting out there controlling stuff. We ain't going to do stuff. He found out that he was wrong in March, so he decided now, hell, we got him over the barrel and stuff now and everything because he told us back in March that, well, by the time we have this budget thing, everything going to be lined out. We're going to be okay. We're in a worse situation than it was in March. He realizes that.
Mm.
We ain't got no better. From March up until now, we ain't got any better. Shit done got worse. So he learned real hard. Sometimes you just gotta say, forget it. We're gonna shut this bitch down. Take your lumps and bumps with it. He shut it down in Trump's first administration, 45 days. He finally sat down at the table and everything with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Okay, we're gonna figure this shit out.
American people don't have it in them. They don't have it in them.
It's gonna reach a point here where that is going to it's gonna have to happen if we want to keep going what we're doing. It has to. Something's gonna have to
We
break.
can't be having.
Can't
We
keep
can't be
going down
having.
this
Keep.
road.
We are turning. We will turn into a third world country.
That's what I'm saying. We can't keep going down this road here. We can't. It's going to reach a point to where I don't give a shit what Trump says. Ain't nobody gonna believe his ass because he's just lying. And a lot of people know he lying. They know he just don't say anything. You got the news people sitting down there looking at him in their damn face and know he telling a goddamn lie. And they ain't saying shit. They ain't write it in the newspaper. They ain't write it nowhere because they scared. Somebody gonna have to stand up and get some balls.
Well, it's a lot of somebody's gonna have to stand up.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody gonna have to stand up and get some balls. Say, hey, man, let's go. We're gonna shut this bitch down.
I like that idea. Now, do I want it to happen? No, but I like that idea because people power.
That's it. That's the only thing saving us now because we can't depend on the Justice Department or judicial system. Supreme Court ain't helping out at all. They're letting that bitch do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. he already said he's gonna hold the money back from aid, and the Supreme Court finally gave him the approval. Just can hold it back for a while. For a while, the fuck you talking about? You hold it back for a while. You either gonna hold it back or you ain't. It's gonna hit the fan here real soon, Ted. Can't keep going like this. Can't keep robbing Peter to pay Paul.
The thing is,
Debt,
here's the thing, Ed.
that
Here's the
debt,
thing.
that
Here's the
debt is
thing,
going to kill us.
Ed. Here's the thing. This is the thing that people don't understand or don't comprehend. Okay, and I'm just throwing some numbers out here, but it's an estimation, that 20% of the people in this country is doing very well. However, the thing is that the 80% is just getting by or not getting by. And the thing is that this money that's been thrown away, and I'm not putting it all on the Pentagon, but it's a lot of money that Pentagon has just wasted. Just wasted. We already know that, it's always been people that's been stealing from the government. I mean, probably billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. That's what the DOJ is supposed to be about. That's what the FBI is supposed to be about, catching these people and making them pay for it. But the point is that when you are using $5 trillion a year, you're using almost 1.5 or more $1 trillion a year for the Pentagon, and then you can't even pass an audit, and you have blown all this money, and then on top of that, um, they don't even monitor close on all of these bills. That was one of the things that President Obama was really digging into, the overcharging and all of that kind of stuff, the bill checking and all that stuff, to keep that thing down, because a lot of these hospitals, they was overcharging. That was a big deal. He went into detail about that. Then you have all these fraudulent Medicare and Medicaid charges. So yeah, fraudulent stuff and people stealing and all that, yeah, that's true. However, the bottom line is that when you cut to the bone education, you cut the bone to all of these other programs that are supposed to protect the American people, and you got all of these uh, unqualified people in certain positions. The one thing that, the reason why they've been dogging education, because usually you have to be highly skilled to be in these certain positions that are running these agencies. You're just not somebody off the street or off the TV program. You have dedicated your whole life to this, whatever situation is, whether it's medicine, whether it's education, whether it's, when they put that Bardo or Vido or whatever her name was in education, I knew this right here is over.
Mark Elias.
I heard that name before.
You were trying to figure out his name yesterday.
Say what?
You were trying to figure out what his name was yesterday. His name was Mark Elias.
You sure? Maybe it
Yes,
is.
you
I don't
were.
know.
Yes, you were. You were trying to figure out what
You
his
talking about
name
that
was.
lawyer?
Yes, sir. His name was Mark Elias.
Okay.
That's his name.
I should have been looking for it today in my notes, but
Yeah, well, you probably did. You probably forgot about it. There's so much other stuff going on. You probably forgot. But
I ain't do shit
I
today,
just
bro.
happened.
But I'm gonna
I,
tell you, today is Saturday, bro.
I know it.
This, this is my lazy day.
I understand. I understand exactly. It was mine too, but I didn't get up until 10:30. I didn't wake up until 10:30. I got up, had my coffee, and then I started hitting
Ooh,
the
how do
road.
you sleep that late, man? I don't know. I can go to sleep at 12 o'clock. I'm still up at
Because
7.
I wake up all times of the night. I wake up and then look at TV and look at YouTube, and then I go back to sleep. Or I wake up and I grab my iPad and stuff and everything. I open it up. I look at my emails. I look at all the stuff that has happened and everything, and I spend about an hour and I'm back to sleep. So by the time the sun comes up and everything, I'm really getting to a deep sleep, and I get up at 10:30. So yeah, it's time to go. I get anxious. I got to go. Got things I got to do, and I did a whole bunch of stuff between 10:30 and 9. Got out, did some shopping, came back, took care of my yard.
Damn, you did all that today?
Yes, sir. Then I got ready
Damn.
for the show. I
Sometimes
was
I
sitting
feel
here
like,
waiting. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, well, more power to you, cause I'm gonna tell you, bro. The only thing I do is read and look at my YouTubes, see what people talking about. I look at some stuff. I tell you, the person that I was looking at today, that was sometimes he goes real deep into a rabbit hole, but scholarly guy, very scholarly guy, and he talks about he's real big into Africa, but he's also real into our history,
Mhm.
and he knows so much, and he knows so many people. He really Dr. Carr I'm talking about, and but sometimes he goes off to so many rabbit holes that it's sort of kind of like, eh, you know, and it sort of kind of turns me off.
Yes,
Another thing
sir.
about him that turns me off is he dogs football
Hmm.
and the professional athletes, and I'm gonna tell you, it's not a lot of black men can make millions of dollars, especially in the corporate world. And in the corporate world, there's people that's making millions. Some of them making $1 million a day, 2 million,
Hmm.
3 million,
Hmm.
$5 million a day.
A day. And a lot of people out there, Ted, can't comprehend somebody making $1 million in one day.
Yeah,
Can't comprehend that. It doesn't. It doesn't affect them because they can't deal with that. It's some numbers that's unfathomable. It's
yeah,
almost like it's almost like when we come out of the ghetto, and most of the folks and stuff who were there in the ghetto spend their entire youth and sometimes their adult life right there in that urban area, in that
yeah,
little 4 or 5 block area. That's where their
yeah,
life is consistent of. So if you take them outside of that or take them on a trip, they can't understand that. They can't understand going to Disney World. It's not. They can't fathom that. So that's the same thing with making $1 million in a day. People can't fathom that. And all that's not true. That's not true. Or telling somebody, well, I'm worth $1 million. And you look at them and say, that's chump change.
yeah.
What are you talking about? That's $1 million. I said, that's chump change. $1 is chump change nowadays. Tell somebody I'm a millionaire, or let you in the hundreds of millions or $200 million, that ain't no money. You can
There
be
you
gone
go.
like that.
And the thing is, like, people don't understand that the opportunities are not the same for certain races.
Mm-hmm.
And when an opportunity that's out there, and that's what the opportunity is, because really it's all based purely on merit 90% of the time. Yeah, they
Hmm.
have cronyism there too, and they got pickums too. But if you ain't good on the floor, your ass is gone. You ain't producing, your ass is gone.
We have to realize and stuff, Ted, that this administration that we have now is slowly chipping away at all the gains that we have made over 50 some years. It's slowly chipping away at it.
Started with
And,
baseball.
and also our heritage. Renaming, you saw Headstep sit down there with Donald Trump and the daggone in the White House and sitting there and telling them we're going to change this thing, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and they out there right now changing the names, all on people that were taken away off of these uh, posts, all these air bases and stuff and everything. They're putting their names and stuff back on. They're heroes now. General Lee from the Confederate, he moved his name out there because he was a traitor.
Not one newspaper, not one newspaper, not one TV show said that they were promoting traitors. Not one of them. This was the Confederate people who came against their own country.
Own country, and they're putting their name back on these military bases, slowly putting them back.
You know, I ain't never been to Germany. I only read about it. I've done some YouTubes on Germany and checked out some of their cities and what have you. Read a little bit about it, but the bottom line is, according to Germany and the things that I saw, they have little remembrance of the Holocaust all over the country.
Very little, very little memory of it. Some of them wasn't around then, and they don't even fathom that anymore. All it is in a history book somewhere. It's a history book that happened 50, 80 years ago. They have no idea what the heck it was. They have no idea that this man had concentration camps, and he did the same exact thing that they're doing right now. They're getting people and stuff, picking them up and everything, and you don't know where in the hell they at anymore.
This is what's happening. And
They
here's
don't
the
know where
thing,
they
though,
at.
Ed.
They
Here's the
can't find
thing.
out where they at. They don't know if they killed them or shot them or did anything with them. They don't know.
But Ed, here's the thing. These people. When I say these people, I'm talking about the Latin people.
Mm-hmm.
What they call themselves, Spanish, Latin, Latino. They voted for that man in
Ted,
large measures.
Ted, the Jews put Hitler in power. He ain't gonna bother us. You lying. Jews did this. They enslaved their own people, loaded them up so they can put them on some trains. So, because Hitler said, we're going to take them someplace else and relocate them. Yep, he relocated them to the ovens.
To,
Jews
to the
did this
ovens.
to their own people. They did their own people like that. And the Germans and stuff used the Jews to take their own folks away. In the concentration camps, they
Yep.
used Jews to take care, cut the daggone gold out of their people's teeth and knew they were going to the damn ovens. They used the Jews to do this, not the Nazis. The Jews did it. Their own people.
I guess
Most
fear.
folks don't know that.
I guess.
They don't believe
I
that.
guess fear makes cowards out of us all. People are very
Did,
fearful.
did you
Over.
did you see the text that I sent you of Jasmine Crockett?
Yes, that was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you see what the heck happened?
No, I don't.
Oh, see Donald and stuff denying all these children in DC opportunity, and that summer gun got a, he is where he at now because somebody gave him opportunity. He was arrested 3 different times. One of them was a felony in his young age,
Who are
23.
you talking about?
Donald,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I've been on him.
representative. He was arrested 3 times, but now he's sitting up there and Trump using his butt and everything to deny these children and stuff there in DC a second chance. He
Yep.
allowed them to do what they need to get done. He's sitting down there acting like he's holier than thou. And the same thing happened to him. He was an immigrant, came here. Now he's telling them you can't have this opportunity. If they hadn't gave him the opportunity, he wouldn't be sitting up there in the daggone house. Nobody pulled it out. But Jasmine did. You hypocrite. Our own people sending us to
Jasmine
the
Crockett
others.
called them out, bro.
Sending
She
us to
called
the
them out.
others. Yep.
You know, I'm looking in her eyes when she's talking. It's almost like I'm gonna tell you, man. She's a gift from God. I'm just gonna say it. This woman is a gift from God. She's the only one in my mind that tell it like it is,
Mm-hmm.
and she knows exactly how to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know what I mean by come back, is when somebody they ask her a question about that vote. Well, only 58 of you all voted against Charlie Kirk's blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know what disappointed me? It was only 2 Caucasians voted with us. And they know what this man, he even came for me. And she just went on and told her and went on down the line about different checklists.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is, man, all of us can't do that. But if you in office and you got some form of power and you decided you wanted to be this leader, then you better learn.
Mm-hmm.
You better take some lessons.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
better
you
know how to
better
come back.
do some research, and you better understand how they coming at you. They had there was something else that happened there on the in the committee and stuff. One of the committees when they were talking about taking money away from the Department of Education. We need to take this money away from the Department of Education and put it into these private schools. So this amendment they got to give this that they want to put out, yes, we're going to vote for it so that money can go to private schools instead of the public schools. And the guy, the next Republican representative who came up and started talking, because Jasmine started out at first, we are destroying our public school system. So she finished her rap, sent it over to the Republicans. And the gentleman said, well, I'm going to turn it over to my representative from Louisiana. Guess what? Louisiana public school system is at the bottom of the daggone list for in the nation as far as schools is concerned.
Yep.
Now, girlfriend got up there. Her name was Representative Rose from the state of Louisiana, and she quoted these numbers about kids and them not being able to read, them not being able to write. 40% of these kids leaving out of high school cannot read or write at the 12th grade level. She started sprouting these numbers out. They were true. Numbers were true. And she used that as a thing to say that we need to take the money away from the Department of Education. So the head of the committee said, "Oh yes, we need to make sure that we put those numbers into records so people would know," because they looked at it and said, "Oh yes, 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 she got it." And then the next person to come up, Democrat, and they turn it over to Jasmine Crockett again. Jasmine said, "Yes, that's numbers and stuff are probably right, but these folks have been denied their civil rights all these many years and stuff and everything. You have not did this, you have not done that, and we need to understand that the monies that the federal government is giving out goes to the states, and the states are the ones that determine what the heck happened to the money and how it's being used." And he said, in these states and these local governments, these local school boards and everything have systematically taken the money and stuff and moved it to wherever they wanted to move it to and denied these people and stuff in education for over 50 years. And we know what the heck happened. They systematically have put these black kids, especially boys, in slow learning schools. They locked them up and incarcerated them. We understand, Ted, that when we went out to daggone school, and some of these daggone schools, they had a 4A and a 4B and a 4C class. Guess who was in the 4Bs and the 4Cs? The dumb kids. And they left them there and didn't educate them. Now they out there in the world. But they're using this to deny our children in education. That's wrong. Final word, brother.
I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. These white folks, I ain't saying all white folks, they evil, man. They evil. That's all I gotta say. And God does not like evil. There is a strong, the thing is, in the Bible, certain things happen to evil people, and all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. They just, something happens to them or whatever. God just destroys them all. And now, we are so intermingled with these folks. A lot of us are living with them. We're uh, socializing with them. We work with them. And the thing is that how do we combat wickedness, evilness, selfishness? I don't know. The thing is, as an individual, and I can only talk for myself, the only thing, I know that the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he says that he came that we may have abundance, life and abundance. And the thing is that how do we overcome? Because it is hard right now for us to, as a people, as a whole, and I'm not, as a whole, how do we, is one time we had a moral stance because they didn't treat us right. It was segregation, voting rights, housing rights, all of that, judicial system problem, all of that. And now here we are. They have worked so hard. I got a book called Dark Money. They have worked so hard to keep us down for whatever reason. I have no idea. But we haven't helped ourselves, because I mean, I agree with Kurt said, hey, the wages of sin is death. And if we out there committing all kinds of evilness just like them, we're no different than them. That's not all of us. I'm not saying that's not all of us, but if there's a percentage of us that's acting just like them, we might not be going into their neighborhoods and doing this and doing that, but we doing things to ourselves. Not all of us. But what I'm saying is that this is a spiritual thing to me right now. That's all I got to say. I'm just saying this is a spiritual thing that is hurting our children and will hurt our children's children. Our ancestors did not work this hard, fight this hard to get justice. For us to just lay down, there, God is still on the throne. But a lot of us, when I say us, I'm talking about younger people, they didn't gave up on God. They big hero right now, who just got killed, suppose they put him up like he's a Martin Luther King. Spiritual giant. And he was, let the truth be told, in my opinion, he was a bigot. Not a racist, but a bigot. So I'm just trying to figure out, how do we as black people come to, because like we always say, you're going to always have people that's going to be bad, but I think but the point is that somehow we have to reach, and we don't have to try to satisfy people or whatever. People can be what they want to be and do what they want to do, but somehow, classic example here.
Okay.
I saw this video today, and she went into detail about one of these universities or colleges, black colleges, and these two guys went to one of the HBCU things and set up a table to try to be like a Charlie Scott. And they really was there to start commotion. So all the HBCU kids, not all, but a lot of them, was telling them to get out of here, leave. We don't want you here. And what happened was that they packed up their little tables and put their stuff in their car, and they started leaving. And some of the people, they get all rambunctious, and they start throwing things at their car. Well, those videos they showed out there, yeah, these thugs ran us off their campus, and all we wanted to do was just discuss blah blah blah. Come to find out that they were paid. The organization that they work for was paid to do that, to set up those videos, and they showed all these black kids all, loud. If you're a teenager, 18, 19 years old, and they just, they was acting all rambunctious. And what the host said, who was showing the show and what they was they were Jewish Zionists that was on those campuses. Those two looked like white boys, but they were Jewish Zionists. Jewish people on a black campus trying to start bullshit, to start a race war. Now that's on that one campus. I don't know what happened to all the other campuses and all that, but I know they did get bomb threats and all that, some of these campuses. But what I'm saying is that a lot of this stuff is a setup. They're just playing us. That's what they're doing. They're playing us. Because they know that it don't take much to get our goat. It don't take much. And rightfully so. Because we tired of their BS. But when you put those videos, they're taking videos. Now, they people showing video. They got their own video cameras out there. So then they put it all on the internet and they show it to all these white folks. Look at them thugs. And these white folks, it don't take much for them to talk about black people. Look at them thugs. They supposed to be college students.
Read your history books, Ted.
That's the kind of propaganda, that's the propaganda, misinformation that's going on out there. And any little
There's,
thing that
there's,
we do, they get our goat.
there's nothing new underneath the sun. Nothing
You're
new.
right.
We watched here them destroy the Black Panthers. They destroyed the Black Panthers from within. They put our black folks into the Black Panthers to
Didn't they?
destroy them from within because they couldn't do it from outside. Every organization, they destroyed Malcolm X from within. They tried to destroy Martin Luther King from within. They tried to
And maybe
do
they did.
they tried to do everything they could to do any of our people out there to destroy them from within. And we need to look at it and stuff and say, hey, anytime you start doing anything, and I'm looking at JC, Jasmine and stuff, Jasmine, look out, baby girl. Make sure that these people and stuff who coming in there with you ain't coming in there and stuff to destroy you. Because they do that. They pay people to destroy you from within. Understand that it's coming. But also, Ted, when we were coming up, we were growing up and all this, and I tell my grandchildren this, I tell all my kids that. I don't care how bad stuff get, keep getting up. We have to instill this into our children. Keep getting up. Keep getting up and doing right. Not wrong. Keep getting up and doing right. Eventually, it's going to be all right. I heard my grandmother say, boy, a drop of water on a rock will put a hole in it. Grandma, you lying. Yes, it did. You put a drop of water, keep putting that drop of water on that there rock, and just put a hole in it. So whatever's out there, I don't give a crap how strong it is or whatever, you keep coming at it. Boop, take a slow drop. Instead, journey with 1,000 miles begin with the first step. We got to keep this stuff in our children's head. You do not give up. You don't give up. You keep standing up. You keep standing up. People gonna be coming at you. I don't know how, but you got to stand up. We didn't allow them people and stuff, white folks, to tell us that we couldn't have Black history in our classroom. We kept fighting. Got to keep fighting. That's what I got to tell our folks every day. You keep fighting. You keep fighting. Don't let these folks determine your fate. You keep fighting. No matter what, keep fighting. That's what we need to tell all these our folks out there. Keep fighting. Just like we are doing now. Hell, we ain't got a whole lot of people coming on that they're going to show me. We're going to keep fighting. We're doing what's right. It's the only thing I can say. Keep doing what's right. People! Mr. Harvey said today is Saturday. This is the day that he has where he can sit back and just fool around and do whatever the hell he wants to do, people. So we're going to let him go ahead on now and go back to sleep. Look at whatever you want to look at and enjoy his Saturday. Bye, people.